Hi and welcome to your Power Maths. I hope you've had lots of yummy food for your lunch and that your brains are switched into our Power Maths mode. Now to get us started, we are going to sing 5 currant buns. Are you ready? 5 currant buns in a baker's shop, round and fat with a cherry on the top. Along came a boy with a penny one day. Put a currant bun and took it away. How many? 4 little buns in the baker's shop, round and fat with a cherry on the top. Along came a girl with a penny one day. Put a currant bun and took it away. How many? Well done. 3 currant buns in a baker's shop, round and fat with a cherry on the top. Along came a boy with a penny one day. Bought a currant bun and took it away. How many? Well done. 2 little buns in the baker's shop, round and fat with a cherry on the top. Along came a girl with a penny one day. Bought a currant bun and took it away. How many? Well done. 1 currant bun in a baker's shop, round and fat with a cherry on the top. Along came a boy with a penny one day. Bought a currant bun and took it away. Bought a currant bun and took it away. Fabulous! So we started with 5 and we kept taking 1 away, didn't we? Until we got to our 0. Now, I've seen so much amazing work on Dojos looking at your partitioning. Oh, it's such a fancy word. So you've started off with a whole number and then you've partitioned it into 2 parts. Fantastic. So I'm going to head over to my smaller screen so we can have a quick recap of yesterday's, and then today we're going to look at using something called a cherry diagram. So yesterday we had our discover section, didn't we, where we were looking at how we could share our whole into 2 parts, for the elephant to have his donuts and for the teddy bear to have their cakes. So we're going to look at the share section today. So we had our donuts and cakes as our whole at the top, and then we had 2 parts underneath, and you had to partition this number by giving the elephant the donuts and the teddy bears the cakes. Now, did you manage to do that at home yesterday? Because one of your sheets looked a bit like this, but I think you had a different number on it. So your answer might be a little bit different. Now, today, I mentioned something called a cherry diagram, and these are cherries, and it has a big stalk at the top and then 2 big cherries at the bottom, and this is what a cherry diagram looks like, and it's exactly what our plates look like. Can you see the same? It looks the same, doesn't it? So we've got our plate at the top, and then we're partitioning our whole number into 2 parts onto 2 more plates. So this is called a cherry diagram. Can you say it with me? Cherry diagram. Well done. So we're going to be using this today. There's one in your packs, and Miss Janisa has very kindly laminated yours in your pack because you might need to use it over and over and over again, not just for now, but it's really handy to have at home, because we start looking at this in receptions in our Willow and Apple class, but we use it the whole way through school. So we've laminated it for you so you can keep one safe at home. So let's look at our cherry diagram today, shall we? And we're going to have a go at a think together. And question 1 says sort the whole into 2 parts. So at the top in our top plate, you can see we've got a whole number. How many are there all together? Can you show me on your fingers? Well done, there are 4, aren't there? We've got 1 cake and 3 donuts. So altogether I have 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 would be my whole at the top of my cherry diagram. Now it's asking you to work out it into 2 parts. Now it's not telling you this time how you have to sort it out, but there is a bit of a clue, isn't there? Because we have some that are cakes and some that are donuts. So I'm going to come off my small screen now, and I'm going to use my cherry diagram to show you how you can use this at home as well. So here is my cherry diagram, and I'm going to use one of my purple ones for my cake. And we had 3 donuts. So I've got 1, 2, 3. So all together, I have got 1, 2, 3, 4. And it's asked us, can we partition our whole into 2 parts? So let's have a look. Let's move our purple one down the line into 1 part. And we'll move our 3 blue ones down the other line. So we had 5. Oh, no, we didn't. We had 4 to begin with. We've moved 1 into 1 part and 3 into the other part. So our whole was 4, and we have 2 parts of 1 and 3. So we know that 3 and 1, or 1 and 3, all together make 4. Does that make sense? So can you get your cherry diagram out at home and see if you can do this question with me? So you will need 3 of one colour or of something and 1 of another. So we've got 4 as a whole, and then we're going to partition it into 2 parts of 3 and 1. Have a go at home. How did you get on? Brilliant. Let's look at question 2 together. So question 2, it asks the same question. Sort the whole into 2 parts. Now they've been a bit cheeky here because, well, how many altogether have we got first? What is our whole? You're right, our whole is 5 because there are 5 cakes on the plate. But what's different about them? Can you see? You're right, 2 of them have got candles in, but the other 3 have not. So they want to sort out this whole into cakes that have got candles and cakes that haven't got candles. So again, you'll need your cherry diagram. And this time, instead of having 4 as the whole, we will need 5 as the whole. So here we are. Here are my 2 cakes that have got candles. And here are my 1, 2, 3 cakes that haven't got candles. So all together, I have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So how can we partition this whole number into 2 parts? You're right, we could do it with, well, I've got colours, haven't I? But these ones are meant to show the cakes that have candles in. And these 3 are the cakes without candles. So my 5 as a whole has been partitioned into 2 parts of 5 and 3. And if we do that in reverse, which means backwards, we know that 2 parts of 2 and 3 make, ta-da, 5. So have a go on your cherry diagram now with your 5. 2 need to be of one colour, or your cakes with your candles, and 3 need to be something else, and see if you can partition the whole into 2 parts. Fantastic, well done. So again, this is just like we've been doing for the last few days of having a group of no more than 5 and seeing if you can spot a difference between your 5 objects and partitioning them into 2 parts. So your whole into 2 parts. Now tomorrow we move on to looking at what if our whole looks the same? What if there isn't anything different about them? How do we know how to partition them into our 2 groups? So that's how we'll be developing this tomorrow. So at home today, please use your cherry diagram. And as I say, don't use anything higher than 5 and see if you can sort them into your 2 parts and see if you can use the language. My whole is 5 and my 2 parts are 2 and 3. Or my whole is 5 and my 2 parts are 4 and 1. See what you can come up with at home and let me know in Dojo so I can send out some more points. Thanks for joining me. Bye.